Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Finster, Princess, SoundCloud, SoundClick, Instagram. Don't forget to check out my album. It's Tone, and the album is just right there. Just Google it. All my information will come up. But it's another excerpt of The NBA is Fixed, because you guys like talking about the NBA and the NFL. We're going to get into that too. But right now, I'm concentrating on contracts. We've been talking about LeBron James' contract. I went over the early bird contract and had somebody reply and tell me that he is not available for the early bird contract. So, I started looking at it again, and it looks like James finally did say that he was going to stay with Cleveland. And right now he's in Miami, and he's going through Miami, visiting with his family. And he also is spending time in LA. And I know there was a little whoop-de-doo about him going to LA, about him having a house in LA. So, people were talking about that. And but now he's saying that he's going to stay with Cleveland, although he hasn't signed yet. And his choices of signing are in between 27.5 and like 30 million. And I talked about that in my last video. But if he takes any of those deals, they're 1-year deals. I mean, that's going to make him the highest NBA player. Because if he keeps doing this year after year after year, now we know that the Grizzlies, their guard, had a deal for for 153. We know Steph Curry has a $100 million deal, but those are not 1-year deals. Also, we know that Kevin Durant has a 2-year deal for $54.3 million and so on and so forth. And J.R. Smith also is trying to stay with Cleveland, and he's trying to get a deal for $15 million a year. Also, their assistant coach in Cleveland, I think he's the highest paid assistant coach at $6 million, 6.7 or something $million a year. So there's some money. There's some money being tossed around because Cleveland won the championship. These financial reports are, they're whimsical until it's all, until the ink is dried. So we're not sure who's going to do what. And like I said, this could all be just, none of this could actually come to fruition. J.R. Smith, he might not be happy with his agent or with Cleveland, take off just like other people from Cleveland do. And here's the thing, people. Every year we see the same thing happen. We see a team win the championship, and then a team gets diluted. And it puzzles me why and how this happens. Next thing you know, you see a team who you were playing for, now you're on the opposite side and you're playing against that team. We just seen this happen with GSW. We're going to see their number one player, Kevin Durant, playing against OKC. And it's just odd, and it's just no loyalty. And this is another reason why I keep saying that everything is fixed, because there's just no loyalty. There used to be a team. There used to be a team. That team played against the other, win, lose, or draw. Then they would add on to that team. But they wouldn't swap players so much as we see now, because the passion leaves out of the passion you have for that player and the jersey that they wore, regardless of what kind of ball they were playing. It just leaves. You think they're a traitor, and then you have the burning of jerseys and so on and so forth. And it just there's no real team anymore. It's all I. This is why, USA teams go to, Olympics and stuff like that and get their asses kicked because, those other people who are playing in Europe and whatnot, they're playing as a team. We go over there and we just think that one individual is the team, and find out that a bunch of superstars can't play together. And this has actually happened. So this is one reason why I don't watch it anymore. I'd rather watch high school ball. They play more as a team. Of course, there's always a standout player, but there's still team. There's, the way they pass the ball, you can tell that they're trying to get it all done as a team. And then you got that kid Simmons, who's playing in summer league now. You know, people are really concentrating on him, trying to figure out what he's going to do. And you know, I wish him all the best. But we're going to see what team he's going to go to. But yeah, so there's a lot of money being thrown around as far as Cleveland is concerned. And for those of you who don't know, I live in Ohio. So, you know, I actually talk to people who, you know, have ambivalent feelings, you know, towards players being swapped in and out. You know, of course, they were upset that James left, and you know, they were happy that he went back. One of my neighbors went to the parade, you know, and he talked about how great it was, and so on and so forth, because he's actually from Cleveland. So I'm kind of right in the thick of it, you know, when it comes to the passion that was brought back to the city of Cleveland and brought back to the great state of Ohio. You know what I mean? But yeah, so we're gonna see what LeBron James does. We know he's going to. Here's here's the thing about LeBron. I wish LeBron, I wish we actually did know what LeBron was gonna do. Because like I said, LeBron can turn. He can turn up and just go up wherever he wants to. Anyways, it's your boy Tone 202. NBA's fixed. I'm out.